Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Make It a Great Week, where we start off each Monday morning with a strong cup of coffee and a positive conversation. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Opa. Let's make it a great week.
Well, it's going to be hard coming off the high of last week, having Oma on the show.
That is true.
I felt like it definitely elevated the content of just two guys sitting here spitballing.
But I must admit, it is morning.
Yeah.
And it is at my house.
Yes, that's correct. No more confessions this week. We startled everyone enough last week with those. So we had a good week last week. We had Memorial Day at my house. We were able to have some people over.
That was really fun.
Had you guys, Rebecca and Timothy and their new little boy were able to join us, which was very exciting. Had some hot dogs. Rose and Graham were there with their two kids. We had some other people traveling that couldn't come and a wedding to attend, but it was still a good group of people.
It was good. We had a good time.
Some s'mores.
I love those times when that God allows us to interrupt our routine because, a lot of times it's easy to get into a rut.
Yeah.
And it can get monotonous. And you see from the very beginning, God designed it so that work 6 days, take 1 day off. Oh, there's a nice little break in routine right there. But then even after doing that for, a quarter, it's good to be able to at times have holidays, and Memorial Day is a great holiday to have.
Yeah.
Thank you for all those who gave the ultimate, for us to be allowed to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a hard topic to explain to your children.
Yes, it is.
A 3-year-old, but I think it's still a very important lesson to explain, especially thankfulness and mindfulness.
Yeah.
What other people are sacrificing for you.
Right.
That's a big theme on this show so far. We've discussed even last week is sacrificing for other people. Is
correct.
What we were talking about. And obviously what we're remembering there is the ultimate sacrifice. So something that we should be in some ways the most thankful for.
I like this is the saying that says, all gave some, but some gave all.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now, we also have been feverishly planning a family vacation.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm looking forward to that, man. Whoop, whoop. That's going to be fun times.
We try to get 32 people now to agree on it. I mean, that's not as many children, but still.
Yes.
32, and we all finally decided on one house.
Yeah.
Booked it, and then immediately communicated with the host on Airbnb, who's not a sponsor, but just to make sure everything was in line, and found out that we were going to exceed the maximum occupancy, which was a sad day. But we found another place now, so we seem to be full speed ahead.
Yeah. I guess they have no flexibility.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they have their reasons. I'm sure that most larger groups tend to be more parties, not just like a wholesome family vacation.
But you even made it known that a lot of these, half these people are under age 9, right? I mean,
but I do think legally he said, so like there's this whole contract where he listed in the contract that was pre-done maximum people, and then it literally had a space in the contract where you had to list every single guest by name.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that this person specifically is like, I do not want anyone any more than this specific group of people coming.
Wow. So, and he did say children of all ages.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was very nice, though. He was very kind about it. And he said, I would love to have you back. I'm so sorry it didn't work out.
His loss.
Guess not, buddy. No.
Yeah. His loss, but okay, that's no problem.
No, we found a beautiful place in Tennessee. It'd be good to go on a vacation together. So we're going to be doing a live recording on the vacation.
Yeah. You think we're going to find a quiet place?
If we get up early enough.
Yeah.
It'll be quiet if we get up very early.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, bring your equipment.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe we can interview somebody there.
that's true. Or multiple people.
Or multiple people. Yeah.
Mm,
Okay, something to think about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So stay tuned, fans.
yeah.
It's,
Now, I did want to ask you, we're about halfway through the year now,
hmm
so this is a two-pronged question. So the first part would be, after experiencing 6 months of this year, what are you proud of? What are you looking back excited that you accomplished, or some good memories, or some highlights for you of this first half of the year?
hmm.
And then looking forward to the second half, what are you looking forward to? What are you aspiring to? What are you, hoping to accomplish?
Well, I like the word gratifying,
Mm-hmm.
like Oma used
Yeah.
last week. I like that word. But I think what's been gratifying is to see the birth of grandchild number 16,
Mm-hmm.
15, 16, 16, 15. I don't know. But that has been one of the most gratifying things. And to have our daughter move back down here. So that was a really big thing. That was very nice. Enjoyed that tremendously.
The
There have
family
been
is
some,
complete again.
yeah,
Everyone's
I
here.
mean, close by, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is really a huge blessing. It has been very, I know this is a positive, podcast, but it's been like gray storm clouds
Hmm.
overhead here for the last, I guess, 9 months. I mean, with all the things, I don't want to list them here, because it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
But through it all, the Lord has helped us, and it seems like the clouds are breaking, and I could see some blue skies. I can almost break out in the song. I can see clearly now the rain is going. That's
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to some good things happening. The just events. Looking forward to that August vacation that
Yeah.
everybody's gonna take. But on top of that, I got some things going that I'm not at liberty to divulge or don't want to divulge at this
Okay.
time
Okay.
because I want to do it, then talk.
Uh-huh.
But I'm looking forward to some great things. How about yourself?
Wow, that's hard. I mean,
Things that have happened this year?
I have two little kids, so they're growing up so fast. So that is just such a huge part of my world right now.
Started to walk, probably,
Yeah,
right?
my son turned 1. He started walking.
Mhm.
My daughter has started watercoloring, and I mean, it just so much of my life seems like watching them grow up quickly. So
Yeah.
that in the last 6 months they've grown so much. So that's been a huge part of it. And we've been trying to bring order to our house and yard. It's been a
Yeah.
big effort these last 6 months, and getting into some light landscaping and painting and clearing out bamboo, as we've discussed in this podcast.
Pushing back on the curse.
Yeah, exactly. The age-old battle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm about to turn 29, so
When is that going to happen?
soon, very soon.
Before our next podcast
Yeah,
speech?
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
be turning.
Julia has told me.
I'm sure she has. So yeah, it's been.
Are you ready for
talking-
some more Star Wars paraphernalia?
She called me and asked me what I needed, and I said, I don't know if I need anything right now, but she gives good gifts.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I still have Julia gave for the listeners, Julia gave me this huge like mouse pad type thing, but it's almost like as big as a desk, and it has all this different Star Wars
Really?
art on it,
Oh.
and I use it. I put it on my desk. I love it. It's
Oh my
great.
goodness. Okay.
It's at my home desk. So
Oh,
that was a great gift she got me. But no, I've
cute.
turned 29 has weighed on me. I was talking to Lily about
Really?
this. It's weighed on me more than any other year has, I think, probably since I turned 21. Ever since then, it's just kind of been the 20s.
Yeah.
But 29 is like, this is the last year I will be in my 20s. And then thinking, wow, I will, by next year, be in the 30 years. Like, that is a new era. And that has very different connotations with it. But the biggest thing is I've just been thinking about what kind of person do I want to be in my 30s? What habits if I try to start a habit when I'm 30, it's going to be way harder to do.
Hmm.
Whereas if I go into my 30s already having a year of developing good habits, it would really
Yeah.
set me up. So I've been thinking through a lot of different things that I want to try to develop and have going into that. But as you said, I'm very good about talking about things and then not doing them. So I'm gonna try to do them, and then
Yeah.
maybe a year from now I can
Yeah.
talk
Talk
about
about it.
all the amazing things I've done going into my 30s. So
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
it's good to aspire to do stuff, though. I watched this YouTuber, and one thing he has been encouraged, he's trying to do something every single day this year and be completely consistent with it, no exceptions to it. And he's trying to encourage other people to do the same. And I think it's a really good thing to aspire to do, to push yourself that way. Um, but he was one of the inspirations for this podcast.
really.
Part of watching this summer, and I was talking to Lily about how much he curates what he produces in those videos.
Hmm.
It's so positive.
Yeah.
And he doesn't always feel that way. And every interaction he has with people is not that way.
Hmm.
But he just exudes kindness and positivity to everyone around him. And his videos, Lil and I, it was one of the few YouTube videos what we love watching together because you always know what you're going to get. He's always being positive. He's
Yeah.
always hopeful. He's always trying to accomplish something. I'm going to try to go across America in a bus.
Mm.
I'm going to, go on all these different types of planes. He's always aspiring to do something. All right, well, are you ready for this week's mini game?
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm ever ready, but I'll do my best.
This trivia game is state themed. South
Okay.
Carolina.
Okay.
So this is going to be different facts about South Carolina that I've looked up. And again, if anyone fact checks us, we do not claim to be a trivia-based podcast, nor do any research. So I apologize ahead of time. But Opal, do you know what two kings the state of South Carolina was named after?
I would say King Charles.
Correct. Wow. Okay. That is impressive. I did not think you were going to get that one. Did you guess that or did you know that?
I just think of Charleston.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking of. And King.
No, it was King Charles the first and King Charles the second. Sorry, you got it right.
Oh,
and one
okay. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
King first and second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I was going to say King Carolina, but not Carolina. That would be Queen Carolina.
Okay,
Very
well,
good.
second question, 1 for 1 so far. Do you know what the first settlement was in South Carolina?
Of course. Let's see here. I would say Charleston.
Correct again.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's on a roll.
Yeah. 1600s? 16 something?
1783. Oh, sorry, no. Charlestown.
Yeah, I was
But
going to
the
say.
first European settlement, it was renamed to Charleston in 1783.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking, I think 1600s of some sort, but I'm not
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Mm.
Don't worry, I always edit this to make me sound as smart as possible. It's the worst part of the editing. Takes the most effort. South Carolina is one of the original 13 colonies, as I'm sure you
True.
already knew.
And final answer.
Yeah. All right. Did you know? Well, no, let me rephrase the question. Was South Carolina the fourth, third, second, or first state to succeed from the Union?
The first.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
All right, well, related to that, how many battles do you think were fought in South Carolina during the Revolutionary War? Just ballpark, that's just a fun question.
I know one in Cowpens. So let's see.
Probably more than you would think.
And then all that down there who was the
We should have
Moultrie?
Adam. We should have Adam here
Yeah,
if
he's
we're
the
going to start talking about history.
major, right? I don't know. I would say a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
At least a dozen.
137.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's way more than I thought it would be.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
Um,
I mean, it was the movie, Mel Gibson movie, what, The Patriot was
oh,
based in South Carolina, wasn't it? I
that
mean,
movie's heart-wrenching.
yeah,
I think it was based in,
I think
uh,
I think so. He
yeah,
was
it
a
was either that or Georgia.
Francis Mary in the Swamp Fox. So I thought it was based off of his.
But South Carolina isn't known for their swamps. Would that be Florida?
He's the swamp boy. They used to live in there. No, the swamp. I mean, that's where I think Francis. Okay, folks, this is not.
We've we've gone off course here.
We're trying, don't quote us in this, but I think they call it Francis Mary and the Swamp Fox because he used to, and his men used to live in the swamps, and that's why the British they could not find them because they lived in the
Was the
swamp.
Patriot based off a real story?
Let's say it was how do they
Inspired?
inspired by true events?
Okay.
I think that's what they would call it. Yeah, with a little, with liberty, literary. Boy, it's early in the morning.
Freedom?
Freedom.
Expression?
Yes,
Well, the last
was
of the
heartbreaking.
battles was fought on John's Island,
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yep.
wow.
which I believe isn't John's Island near Charleston,
I
right?
think so. Yeah, I think
Because I've
those
seen the
signs. Yeah,
the signs. Because we like to vacation to a nice beach near Charleston,
yeah.
and John's Island has adopted the stance that they will put signs everywhere that says we are not the driveway to this other place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like an asterisk or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy if you're
Yeah.
going to put that everywhere. Anyways, um,
Wow.
did you know that the first shot of the Civil War was shot at Fort Sumter?
Fort Sumter, South Carolina.
Yeah.
I did know that. Yeah.
Pretty historic state we're living in.
Yes, it is.
Some trendsetters. Let's see what else we have here. See if we end on one.
Did you know that the Confederacy was disbanded officially, or maybe it was unofficially, in Abbeville, South Carolina?
It was disbanded there?
Yeah, it was like I think they gave up all hope, and the cabinet met down in Abbeville, South Carolina, and they went their separate ways, hoping they wouldn't get hung for treason, I guess, I think. Now, again, folks, historically, but I think that if you Google that, you will find out that yes, because I used to, in one of the many sales positions I was in, go through Abbeville, and I love to look at the historical markers. And they said this is the last stand for Jefferson Davis and the Confederacy. There's a nice big mansion there in Abbeville, and I thought it's if I if I can recall, if memory serves me correctly, that was the last place before the Confederacy was disbanded. And those guys really were at that point in time were wondering, are we gonna be caught and tried for treason and hung?
Yeah.
But Abraham Lincoln came and with I can't remember the statement. Boy, I wish mercy for all or something like this. And he gave everybody, if you lay down your arms, you're Americans again, and no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Basically.
Still is a weird thought that we were ever in a civil war in this country. It seems so unbelievable that anyone would ever go and be willing to die for something.
I mean, that kind of a civil war, that was kind of amazing. That was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal civil
A brutal
war.
time to have a war. That specific time where gunpowder is in play, but it's it's still up and personal, and well,
made it through. Yeah.
We did.
Survived.
All right, we're going to end on a high note. Can you guess there are 4 popular movies that they say were filmed, I guess mainly in South Carolina? You already referenced one of them. The Patriot.
The Patriot. Yep.
Yep. There's another one. One that one of your favorite actors, Tom Hanks, is in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which one this is?
Stupid is as stupid does. I would say it's probably Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Yep. And then The Notebook, which I've never seen, but
really, I didn't know The Notebook was.
Yeah. And then Sleeping with the Enemy, which I don't remember what
I don't
that
know
is.
what that is.
Sounds like a war movie, though.
Yeah, sounds like it, or some bad romance.
rom-com.
Yeah, oh, God.
Rom-com set during World War II in Nazi Germany. I'm not saying this is an exhaustive list, but
Yeah. Gone with the Wind's probably Georgia.
okay. Well, that was kind of a loose format trivia game. I would say you
Yeah.
passed. I would say
Okay.
you
All
got
right.
most of the questions.
Okay. Good.
We'll
Thank
say
you.
it's
It was, to me, was just a very cute, inspirational thing where this kid was a ninth grader. That's pretty forward thinking as a ninth grader, but
yeah.
the empathy he showed to this person, because you know how you always do in your classes, PE classes. Okay, line up against the wall. We're gonna pick captains, and then we're gonna pick people. And it was for a basketball game, and if this you always want to get the best because you're going to be the competitive juices run wild,
Yeah.
and so you always want to get the best. Well, he noticed this one girl that was kind of overweight and everything. She was just um, off to the side, not interested because she always gets picked last.
hmm
And when they divide up teams, and you know how that everybody knows how that goes. But he said his first pick, he picked her. He says whatever her name was, Mary, I want you on my side. And Mary was just confused, saying, "What are you talking about? Me? Looking at you want me?
Yeah.
Yes, I want you here. Come here." And so she came over there and stood behind him, and he says, "No, no, you stand right beside me because you're my team member." And so he went on to pick all the people that were normally picked the very dead last. And he says, "We had a blast. It was a fun time, and it was just a great, wonderful opportunity to have for everyone to have fun and together." And I thought that was just so amazing that somebody that young had that much sympathy or about others' situations and said, "Look, we're gonna do this differently." And when they graduated, he's in his cap and gown and everything, and this girl comes up to him. He says, "I don't know if you remember, but the day that you picked me first," she said, "that was one of the best days I've had in high school." And when they graduated, and he says, "I couldn't believe that it meant that much to her, but to me it was just a fun time. I just wanted to get her involved." But it made such a lasting impression on her all these
I feel like we
years.
keep hearing that. I mean, years later.
Hmm.
I just, I know I keep saying this, but we cannot understand the positive impact we have on people with the
Right.
kindness.
Yeah.
And you really
Yep.
do never know when something you do because it's just happens to be the right time, and obviously God is weaving all this together,
Hmm.
that there's these things that are insignificant to us, He weaves into someone else's life so that it has a much bigger meaning for them
Yeah.
because of what was going on, because of everything that's come before and what will come afterwards.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's very easy to say, no, I'm not going to matter.
Yeah.
This is not going to impact them. Who cares? And that is
Mm.
just so detrimental
Yeah.
to your own kindness,
Yeah.
that attitude. So,
Yeah. And I think in conversely, some of the things you could do could really impact. You don't even understand how it could really impact somebody to the negative, and you don't even mean it.
yeah,
It's an offhanded remark or some thing that just falls out of your mouth, and that's why the Bible I think says, "Be careful, as you speak," and so let's speak words of kindness if we can. I mean, most of the time, if not, then be quiet,
yeah, yeah,
but let's, I guess, be conscious of how, we are communicating or how we are acting towards people because it can affect them. And as an Opa, grandpa, I'm trying to think, what am I doing that affects my little grandkids? That were they going to be appreciative or I remember the time that I don't want to
yeah,
so
yeah,
I try to remember that, and it takes effort to do that, but if you can do that and realize that somebody's you can really help somebody
yes,
throughout their
exactly.
entire life. I
Yeah,
mean, really,
yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
So it's cool. Anyway, that was very inspirational when I saw that. Sent
yeah,
it to you.
yeah. I love those. And we're gonna go ahead and let everyone know what our challenge is for the week.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this. I was going to encourage everyone to write thank you notes, which I am terrible at,
Mm,
but no one really writes thank you notes anymore.
that's
That's
true.
just in some ways it's from a bygone era, but people text. And so I was thinking this week I would encourage everyone, and we can try to do this too, is to send a thank you text to somebody. Maybe it's not in the last text thread you were just in, but one that is kind of going out of your way to a family member or a friend, thanking them for something they did for you, or, even just thanking them in general for their friendship, for everything they mean to you. And doing something like that, just kind of intentionally sitting down, writing out a text to somebody, thanking them for something. Maybe it could even be your parents, just thanking them for the sacrifice they made for you. So that would be the challenge for the week, is to send out one text to somebody. Again, not like you're just texting in a conversation with somebody and then you say, okay, thanks. Like, like a text that is specifically just to thank somebody for something. So yeah, you guys can do that, and maybe even send it in to us, what you did, and if you had a positive interaction from that, I know that will encourage people.
Yeah, even better if you want to take that extra step and take a pen. You know what a pen is?
They're not gonna be able to find paper though.
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe spend an extra $1 or so and buy a card and handwrite a thank you note. That's pretty. That shows above and beyond. Wow, this is something else. So if you in this day and age, I know it's so tough, very tough to do that. But if you can, that would really go a long way to helping people and just encouraging them, and that would help them make it a great week.